Welcome back, friends, to Harmony Leaf Homestead. My name is Sonia. We're in the kitchen today. We're going to cook up something yummy, something kind of a shortcut. So come along, write down the recipe because it's easy, it's affordable, and you can feed a family of however you want. Just add the extra ingredients. So let's get into it. We're going to do beef and broccoli. So stay with me and we're going to go ahead and start up the hot water. Let's get it boiling. Let's go ahead and heat up our frying pan. And then we'll go ahead and chop our onions. And look, I have a real knife. And yes, it does cut better. Beef and broccoli is really a simple recipe, and you can almost use just what you have in your cabinet. Now I'm going to leave these onions kind of in this ring form. You know, Asian foods have a lot of bigger chunks, so we're going to leave these in a larger ring, or they're half rings. And we're going to go ahead and put in some sesame. I use toasted sesame oil. Just go ahead and put that in the bottom of your pan. Let it heat up. Sesame oil smells really good. If you don't have sesame oil, just use an olive oil. You can use tallow. You can use lard. And I'm dropping my onions on the floor. How many of you guys are home cooks that just, you can never have that perfect kitchen? Anyways, this is heating up. Let's go ahead and put in our onions. Stir them around a little bit. And let's go ahead and get these onions into kind of a little bit of a clear. You don't have to cook them all the way because remember, Asian food has got a little bit of a crunch to it. So probably just a few minutes. Let me go ahead and grab the cabbage and the broccoli out of the fridge. I just have a bag of frozen broccoli. I got the medium size. Well, that's all my cornstarch. This is 2 pound. So get the 2 pound. This is cabbage that I had left over from another dish that I made. So I'm just going to cut it up in there. Make sure you stir your onions. We got our water boiling. Just do big chunks. You don't have to. Okay, let's set that aside. Now we have our meat already kind of sliced up, diced up, just a small area. I went ahead and poured a little bit of the soy sauce in there. I had in another bottle. It's just maybe a couple tablespoons. Let's go ahead and put some brown on this. And we'll come back when that's brown. Okay, now that the beef is browning up, let's go ahead and make up the mixture. Remember that honey garlic that we made in my last video? Go back and watch that one. This was what I had last year. So we're going to use that in our Asian dish. So I'm going to get back probably about 6 and just chop them up. You'd be amazed at what this garlic tastes like. It's sweet garlic, so you know a lot of the Asian foods have all that sweetness in their dishes, like the orange chicken. Okay, that's probably good enough. So we're going to put that in our bowl. And set that aside. And we're going to use this again at the very end. So we're going to use some more soy sauce. Let's say about a half a cup. And we're going to use molasses instead of brown sugar. Basically, molasses is brown sugar, just in a powder form, and it's probably less healthy for you. So we're going for the little healthier, and you don't have to get out the brown sugar. So about 2 tablespoons. And then ginger. I'm going to do about a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half. And then this is 1/4 of cornstarch. Make sure you put cornstarch in something that's always cold. And give this a stir. Stir meat a little bit. And if you have a wok, use a wok because it would brown the meat a little bit better. Just kind of keep this stirred up. I'm going to add maybe another half a cup of cold water. We'll set that aside. Still browning the meat. Now that our water over here is boiling for the special ramen noodles. I'm using 5 packages. Now I'm not using the little flavor packet inside. I'm not a fan on MSG, so I decided not to use it. You could actually put a chicken bouillon in your sauce and we mix it up if you want that chicken flavor. Actually, I would use beef bouillon or a beef flavored. I would not use the packets, but that's me. Anyways, let's go ahead and pour them in the boiling water. Once it comes to a boil, I just turn it off. Everybody knows how fast ramen noodles soak up, and they just need to sit there and do their thing. Really, you can use pretty much, let's get this out of the way, you can pretty much use anything that, you can use even just regular pasta noodles, egg noodles. Egg noodles probably a little bit healthier, but even rice. So we just it's easier and cheaper sometimes to use the ramen noodles. And really, you just throw anything in. An Asian dish really is just vegetable, meat, and the sauces. So you could use chicken, you just use your onions, you have a piece of cabbage, any type of cabbage. Even you can use greens, spinach. It's still going to turn out with your broccoli, still going to turn out the same close to nutrition, and you've got a stir fry. So that's a good way to kind of mix it up. Somebody's bored of the beef and broccoli, mix it up and make it something else type of a stir fry. Okay, it looks like our meat is pretty good. I'd like to have it just a little bit browner, so we're gonna let that continue just a few more minutes. Now, as you can tell, I'm gonna have you look up close. The meat itself is starting to release its juices, and now it's getting dry. So you can hear the difference now that it's starting to brown up, because the onions and the beef themselves gave off their juices. So now it's starting to do its browning and frying as if you would have it in a wok. You just let it go for a little bit more. If you notice some of the little crusties that are dark brown, that will help you indicate whenever you kind of get that good flavoring going on. We'll be right back whenever we add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, we're ready to go ahead and put our cabbage in. Yeah, no, I'm making a mess. Still jumping out. Now the cabbage, you're really only wanting it just to kind of warm up. It will kind of soften as you add the broccoli and stuff. And then at the very end, then we'll add the sauce. But really, the cabbage just needs to do a little bit of heating, because you want that crunch still. Break some of it up. Okay, now we're going to add our broccoli. Let's see how much I can fit in the pan. What do you think? I'd be cooking for an army. Okay, that's still frozen broccoli. So what I'll do is I'll put a lid on it until that broccoli has just kind of gotten soft, and then we'll add the other ingredients. So hang on and we'll get to that point. Okay, now we have the lid on it. We're going to let that steam for just a little bit. As you know, that the bottom is dry because we pretty much dried up the meat and the onion juice. When we added the cabbage, there's not a lot of juices or water that's going to come off the cabbage. Now the broccoli will give off a lot of juices as it dethaws. So once we see that maybe we could pierce the broccoli with, say, a knife or a fork, and it kind of is tender, we'll go ahead and take off the lid at that point and let that steam come back out of there, depending on how much steam it gives off. But now I'm going to go ahead and drain off the ramen noodles and get those set it aside. Drained off the ramen noodles, and now we're still letting this heat up. Do go ahead and check the bottom. Make sure you're not burning anything. You can feel it if it feels like things are sticking. If it is, turn down your heat just a little bit, so like to medium high. Okay, let's go ahead and check to see if our broccoli is tender. And yes, it is. So we're going to turn it back up to high. And we're okay. We got a little bit of juice on the bottom, just not very much. Let me move my lid out of the way. Now, the sauce, the cornstarch has went to the bottom and settled. So what you need to do is go ahead and stir it back up. Let this heat up a little bit more. Because what it's going to do, the cornstarch is going to react to the hot liquid that's on the bottom and start making it like a thick sauce. That's why I said at the very beginning, don't mix your cornstarch with warm water. Make sure everything is cool. So give it a couple more minutes. Okay. Go ahead and add everything in and give it a good stir. Get that cornstarch to mix up and combine to all the meat and the vegetables and make a good sauce. Let's go ahead and turn the heat off because I can tell that it's already starting to thicken up. It's just a matter of getting everything stirred around. Okay, let's clear the deck. Grab our big pan. I know, this is a big pan. I don't know where my other smaller one is. So, we're just gonna dump our noodles in. Some of them want to stay. Okay, we got majority of them. Kind of do a little bit of fluffing up. And we'll go ahead and carefully pour our meat in. Or stir fry. Let me get that to the sink. Then basically all you do is start mixing it. Get it mixed with the noodles. This will most likely feed a lot of people, but you know, leftovers are wonderful for the next day. But if you have a big family, this would be a cheap way to make your meal. Give me a second, we'll plate it up. Okay, let's plate it up. Remember our honey garlic? Take this honey and drizzle over the top. So, whenever your kids, your husband, whoever you're feeding that day has no idea that they've got that good activated compounds of garlic and honey that's nutritional and help them ward off that cold and flu or maybe even the allergies or both. Anyways, it's a good immune boosting. But put it on at the end so that it doesn't heat up too much and they'll get the good taste of that garlic and sweet honey. So anyways, enjoy. This is the point where you can check to see if it needs more soy sauce, if you need more Sesame oil. Some people like it a little bit stronger on the sesame oil. So this is where you can play with it on your own dish. Each person's different, but I hope you try it and mix it up. Try it with different meats, different noodles, different vegetables. But if you keep your same sauce recipe, you're going to introduce that same type of an Asian dish. Anyways, thank you for enjoying the video today. If you'd like, please subscribe, please share it, and then click the little hand saying that you like it. And if you can, please make a comment. See if you have any other type of recipes we can enjoy and hear and put on the channel. Thank you very much for being with me. Have a good day. Bye.